To a mind like mine, when someone says a couple makes ceramics together, the classic image of Demi Moore and Patrick Swayze molding clay together hand in hand is what I think of. But seeing Mr. and Mrs. Daroz in two separate rooms shook me out of my bubble. Okay, so I made quite an interesting observation. I think Deepali's, going to sort of help me out with it because, I remember this classic sequence, in that movie, when I'm talking about the ghost and is helping her sculpt. No, it's not happening with you and Mr. Daroz.
No, not at all.
Right.
Yes, it's absolutely different body of work and thoughts.
It's like in the same kitchen you are making different dishes like and different taste.
Hi, Rahul.
Hey, Charles.
Fancy seeing you here, looking at work that you wish was yours.
You know, it's so interesting. I'm feeling nostalgic. It's like homecoming.
Really?
I started my ceramic career here.
Wow.
I have a parallel artistic life and a ceramic career. So this is where I started learning. Like way back, I'm talking about 2 decades back.
Are you serious? And you revealed this in what, our 4th chat?
Yes, because it needed time for us to curate. Mojarto needed to bring the 2 great artists, the couple, Deepali and Daroz.
Wonderful.
And it needed us time to bring them on board. Let's sort of take a step back. Daroz taught Deepali. And and that's where she started
And
developing.
apparently he taught you as well, but you did end up with him.
Yes, I did, but in a different way, thankfully. Essentially, Daroz was teaching and Deepali was a student. And obviously, as sort of things flowed, several years later, they ended up getting married and sort of getting together. But I think the sensibilities of both of them are very, very different. So, for example, Deepali, makes objects which you and I can relate to. They look like everyday objects. But with Daroz, he reacts to nature. His work is very organic. So he went to, for example, coastal India, and he saw the rocks and the sea bases. Interestingly, the Parekhs also are very, very similar. I mean, they, Manu Parikh says Madhvi actually got the national award before he did, and he really considers Madhvi to be a fine artist. So Madhvi Parikh works are contemporary, but with a very deep folk and sort of traditional, tribal, if you will, sensibilities. Manu Parikh, on the other hand, really, says that he's focused really on still life, where he's most often seen making flowers with flowers. Mojarto brings in sort of external curations. Sometimes we internally curate shows, but we also invite our partner galleries to bring, what we call a gallery show.
Right.
A show which is physically on at a gallery comes simultaneously with Mojarto. And what we are talking about is a solo show by Mekhala Behl, senior artist.
I went to school with her. Yes, I know this name.
It's like a sort of a world is round, and we all just sort of keep bumping into stuff that we're familiar with.
So that I can relate to.
Right. So Mekhala is a painter, a printmaker, and she's having a solo show right now with Gallery Espace, and it's in New Delhi.
Right.
And it's a very, very dynamic and intense body of work that she's showing on Mojarto right now.
Wonderful. Well, Anu, back to you, but I've learned that there can be harmony even by doing solo work, yet coming together. And I also got reconnected to an old friend. Who would have thought? The world of Mojarto just keeps bringing up surprises every week.